So, good morning everyone. Last class we discussed about the periodic classification only. So today we can continue with the hot questions of periodic classification as a revision part of your class 10 syllabus. So let us go to the first question. The elements of the second period of the periodic table are given below. Lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen and fluorine. First question is give reason to explain why atomic radii decreases from lithium to fluorine. So lithium is on the left hand side, whereas fluorine is at the extreme right hand side. So atomic radius decreases along a period we know. Atomic radius along a period decreases from left to right due to the increase in nuclear attraction. So as a result, lithium will have the smallest size and fluorine will have the largest size. Question number 2. Identify the most metallic and most non-metallic element. Now we know that metallic property also decreases from left to right. So the most metallic is in the left hand side, whereas the most non-metallic is in the right hand side. So left hand side will be lithium, right hand side will be fluorine. So the most metallic will be lithium and the most non-metallic will be fluorine. That's it to do with the first question. So these are some of the hot questions that we are revising from the chapter periodic classification of elements. Okay. Next, the elements of the third period of the periodic table are given below. Sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur and chlorine. Which atom is bigger, Na or Mg? As I already told you, atomic radius decreases along a period. So if you start from left hand side, first you have Na and then you have Mg. So Na will be larger than Mg because it has lesser nuclear charge and less nuclear attraction. Same question next, identify the most metallic and most non-metallic element. So the most metallic element will be element to the extreme left hand side, that is sodium, and the most non-metallic element will be to the extreme right hand side, that is chlorine. Question number 2. Next. Now, position of three elements A, B and C are given below. So B lies in group 16 and A and C lies in group 17. Position of A is ahead and position of C is below. So give reasons, explain the following. Element A is a non-metal. Yes. Element A will be non-metal because element A lies in group 17, which is extreme right hand side. And non-metals have a tendency to gain electrons also. Element B has a larger atomic size, obviously, because element B lies to the left hand side of element C. So from left to right, atomic size decreases and element B has a larger atomic size. Element C has a valency of 1. Yes. Element C lies to the group 17 and group 17 electrons can take only one electron. So valency is 1. Let us see the answers. A is a non-metal because it can gain electron easily. Fine. B has lesser atomic number, so less nuclear charge, less force of attraction and hence less size. C has 7 valence electrons and it can gain 1 electron to become stable. So its valency is equal to 1. So as because it needs only 1 electron to become stable, so its valency is equal to 1. Last question. Atoms of 7 elements A, B, C, D, E, F and G have different number of shells but have the same number of electrons in the outermost shell. So number of electrons in the outermost shell is the same, but the number of shells are different. Elements A and C combine with chlorine to form an acid and common salt respectively. Okay. The oxide of element A is liquid at room temperature. Oxide of element A is liquid. We know that water is liquid at room temperature. And water is the oxide of hydrogen because H2O. Based on the above information, answer the following questions. What could be the element AB? So element A is hydrogen because its oxide H2O is liquid at room temperature. Then you have, will elements A to G belong to the same period or same group? Now as because I told you, as because the number of electrons in the outermost shell is same, so elements A to G belong to the same group, not period. So A to G belong to the same group of the periodic table as these have the same number of valence electrons. Next you have, write the formula of the compound formed by the reaction of element A with oxygen. So element A is hydrogen, hydrogen's valency is 1 and oxygen's valency is 2. So if you crisscross, we will get the formula as A2O. Next question. which one of the given elements is likely to have the smallest atomic radius? So smallest atomic radius of A, B, C, D, E, F and G obviously will be hydrogen, because hydrogen has only one electron. So it doesn't have much shells, it doesn't have much electrons, it has only one electron, and hence the correct answer will be option A, means element A. So element A is the smallest atomic size. So these are some of the hot questions that I discussed today. Atoms of several elements, this portion is important. Then this is a tabular form question. It is also there in your book, it also comes. You have to do the reasoning questions here, it also comes. Then we discussed about the elements of third period, which is bigger and which is smaller. Identify the most metallic and the non-metallic element. And we also discussed about the second period elements and reasoning questions where you have to say whether the atomic radius is decreasing or increasing. So that's all for today. This PPT I will be sharing. Already some questions I have done in your periodic table in your class, in your live class. So basically you write these questions, and in case of any doubts arises, please reach out to me. So today I am giving you this recorded class. From next class onwards, we will start the revision of the previous chapters. That is metals and non-metals, acid, base and salts, and chemical reactions of aqueous. So that's all, students. Thank you very much.